Hello everyone, back for another book haul. I know you guys kind of like these, at least I think. And I have a couple more lined up. I can't stop buying stuff. So, have this book haul. Reading wise, I'll give you a quick update. My friend Zigzagoon, eBay and whatnot seller, and I got her to finally read Wheel of Time, and so she was on book 2, and I started reading Great Hunt, and I got sucked into that. I've also have a buddy read coming up, maybe in a few weeks, maybe 4 or 5 weeks actually, with Ira from SF Wards of Wonder. I don't know if it'll be on my channel or his channel, but I did do the Dying Earth with him a while back on his channel for my first YouTube appearance. And then I have another book haul ready to go almost with some movies again. So I'll do a book and movie haul again. It's to be coming in the future. I'll probably post this week. I have a Whatnot sale this Saturday at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. A lot of the books in the last couple of hauls you've seen, the ones I didn't keep, of course, are going to be available in that auction or that show. You know, I can do deals, bundles. You see something in one of my book hauls, and you're like, hey, can you run this? I can, make some, I'm easygoing. I'm not in this to make it rich. I'm not even in this to make a big profit. I want to offset my habit, my book buying addiction. So anyway, shut up, right? Get to the books. Show us the good stuff. I got some hardcovers. Got a lot of paperbacks. And I got a lot of shows, so I better get going. First one, I'm gonna try to remember all. I got all these. I'm pretty sure this is a Whatnot auction. Actually, this is from my friend Heroine Bob. She had that big haul from a friend, or a consignment sale with books, and Door into Ocean by Joan Slonczewski. I don't know how to say that. I mylared it up. This is for my collection. I actually had a paperback of that and sold it, and then I was like, you know what, I'll get this. But Case and the Dreamer by Sturgeon, also from Bob. These are pretty nice. Slap some Mylars on them. Mylars on book clubs look really nice, in my opinion. I wonder if that's... Some people don't like bags on books. I wonder if they also think the same thing with Mylar protectors. But if you don't put them on the book club editions, good chance that when you try to grab it off a shelf or move it, your finger will just clip this and just tear it. It happens so easily. Here's Trips in Time, edited by Silverberg, Mr. Silver Bob. 9 stories with Paul Anderson, Lieber, Peter Phillips, don't know who that is, Christopher Priest, Marta Randall, Robert Sheckley, a Silverberg story, a Van Vogt, and a Zelazny. So that'll be fun. A book club edition of Game of Thrones. I don't have a hardcover of this. It's the only one I don't have. Book club, and the first editions are pretty pricey. I don't know if I'll keep this one or not. It doesn't match the sizes of my other hardcovers in the series. But it's a little bit valuable. I got it cheap enough to, no-brainer. So, and then Thin Air by Richard Morgan. Did I show these in the last? I might have shown this one in the last one. Sorry if I did. Richard K. Morgan. What is it? I know the 2 series. He had a Grimdark fantasy series I read, and Altered Carbon, his show, which was good. I haven't read Altered Carbon. I have read his, or listened to his fantasy series, that Grimdark one. It's all right. SF Masterworks I did not have. Olaf Stapleton. This was from maybe Tilesea, or I bought a bunch of books from Gunslinger Burrito too, but I got this on Whatnot. I'm pretty sure that's where that's from. Gene Wolfe, 5th Head of Cerberus. Another one I did not have, so I picked it up for the Masterworks collection. I may have that in a paperback, so I'll have to decide if I want to keep both or sell the paperback, even though people are like, what, the paperback's cooler than the SF Masterworks, but shelf space. Swanwick, Dragons of Babel, one I did not have, paperback. This box I'm about to show, I've had the longest, probably 3 weeks now. It's just, the videos have been queued up. A little bit rough, The Last Defender of Camelot. I got this from my friend, actually these last 2 came from Igor. Igor is a watcher of the channel and an occasional Whatnot seller. Good guy and a great artist. Lim, I got it for $5. I was buying from Tilesea or someone on Whatnot, and I already bought some stuff. And I think I won a givey, so I wanted to buy things, and every time I kept bidding, I kept getting outbid. So hey, at least I'm supporting him. And then he ran this for $5, and yeah, it's not in the best shape, but even then, for $5 on a limb, this may be one I keep to read. So I don't worry. I have a really nice copy, and I don't have to worry about beating it up, and then I'll sell that one when I'm done reading. Another Cormac Mac art. This is an Offit version. This is When Death Birds Fly. I have a few of these. So that's for sale. And then same with Sign of the Moonbow. Cool. I like these zebras look cool. An old lion like that Frankenstein I got. The haploids. And it does have writing on the spine. Oh, and the follow-up, Ira had a nicer copy of that Frankenstein. And his spine has Frankenstein in red. So I guess that ink fades out really easily. Or whatever they use. I assume it's ink. But yeah, so it does have writing on the spine. Again, I love this series. Chonkers Fantasy Series, Tad Williams to Green Angel Tower, Part 1 and 2. Whoop. 1 and 2 for you. I have several of these. I actually have these on hardcover now. Read them, loved them. I have a few of the first books and like the first printing that are a little more uncommon, so I just got these to make sets. I think I got them in a lot. T2 Infiltrator. This is a UK Gaulinx by Sterling. Actually has a little value to it. Not a lot. A really clean copy of the Silmarillion. Actually has a little nicks on the back. Oh, I got these from Molten Honey. Another Whatnot seller, book lover, and she's in the Discord, so shout out. I like doing shout outs to all my buddies I buy from. Silverberg, To Live Again. Okay, this is from This for Verdun. Got him into he's also Whatnot guy. Sells a little on eBay and has an amazing collection of some higher end stuff. So censor YouTube, some boobies of this cool copy. I have a book club edition. This may be a case since I got this UK one and I like it that I will keep the UK one and actually sell my book club, which is usually the other way around. The Book of PKD I also got from Viz for Verdun. This is one I did not have. I'll go into my doll shelf. And the same thing with this Stableford, the Paradise game. Gave me a good deal on these off his eBay pricing. So, you know, a lot of us, you get in our Discord, we cut deals to our friends, and then you don't have to worry about the fees and such and taxes with eBay and all that. A tour double. This is Silverberg and C.L. Moore in Another Country in Vintage Season. I like these tour doubles better than the ones where they have the covers on both sides, because then on the back cover it always has the barcode over it and it looks really stupid in my opinion. So, who can't go wrong with another copy of Hyperion? Some of Your Blood by Theodore Sturgeon. Nice copy. I think this is going to upgrade the one I have. Mine's a little rougher. Novelettes of Science Fiction, edited by Ivan Howard, who I'm not familiar with. It's an interesting cover. I've seen this before. I may have even had one before. Eclipse Penumbra by John Shirley. This is one. A Shirley I didn't actually... I think I have this. No, I don't have this one. I have the other Eclipse. Either way, this would have been an upgrade. But this is for me. This also came from Molten Honey. Good deal. She was selling them for $1 each. Unloading room. Okay, here's a cool one. Nick Sharman, The Switch. Also got it from her. Oh no, I haven't decided if I'm keeping this one or not. Horror book. I think it's a paperback from hell. The Last Imperox by Scalzi. This looks like it would be a part of his Old Man's War, but I don't believe it's not. I think it's a different series. A tour double, a Lee Brackett, and a Karen Haber. Thieves Carnival and the Jewel of Bass. I usually don't keep these. I may keep this one because I like Lee Brackett. This actually is a little more uncommon one. It has a little value. Resnick Oracle. I thought about keeping this one. I may sell it. Looks like Wonder Woman or something. Yes, I got this from Viz. This is actually the book. He messaged me saying, hey, I got an extra one of these Pastel Cities. He had a UK one and he had this one, and I went back and forth on which one I wanted. The UK one I like better, but I do really like this cover art. It's great. It's amazing. But the US Avon, right? It's an Avon? Yeah, the US Avon was in better condition than the UK one he had, so I went with the condition over the UK-ness, and that's That's a tough choice for me. Usually I'm always default to UK one because they look better. Ecotopia by Ernest Kallenbach. Don't know much about this one. This is we're in the year 1999. Since 1980, Ecotopia has been isolated Chinese fashion. Now, official visitors admitted. So it's I got it to keep it, and then I was reading about it. It's like, I may not. Neil Barrett, Aldair and Albion. I think this is one I was missing from the trilogy. This is the first book. A couple more out of this box. William Dietz, For More Than Glory. I collect these. I haven't read him. Maybe he sucks. Maybe he's good. One of them has this cool mech cover, kind of like Battletech, which I really like. So I got it, and I'm getting the other ones in the series. I'm bad about doing that, collecting for someone. I haven't even read them yet. Maybe they're good. Crucible, Trial of the Cyric the Mad by Dinning. D&D. Is this Forgotten Realms? For those who collect those, that'll probably go in my sales pile. I got a nice copy of It, paperback, I think, and not creased spines. I have this on hardcover book club, I believe. I think it's a book club. I know I have it in hardcover. But this is a really cool, clean It copy, which you hardly ever see this clean. It's not a first printing, but probably has a little value to it, a little demand. I get these Quest stars when I see them. This is Doomstar by Richard Myers. Kind of funny cover. Reminds me of like Phantasy Star. A Merit, The Metal Monster. The cool pyramid, right? Now, is it pyramid or is it Avon? Sorry, my bad. I knew it's Avon. The green text block, really nice condition for these Avons. A lot of times these are beat up. As well as the Ship of Ishtar. Can't remember. I think I got these from Igor, but I can't remember. No, maybe it's from Molten Honey too. And then a Robotech I did not have. Doomsday. So I was collecting these. I'm going to sell them, but I don't have quite the complete set. And this is actually, I think, a little bit tougher to find. So what I'm going to do is just get the few last books I'm lacking, so I can sell as a set, which would be much easier. It's harder to sell, hey, I got everything but like 2 of the books. Buy them, please. You know, it usually doesn't work out as well that way. So let me make some room here, and I'll dig into the next box I'll show you guys before I finish off the video. Give me 1 second, because I need to put these in here. You know, I'm going to edit all this, right? Edit it all out, sure. You just get to see my shiny head. I need to do this faster somehow. Okay, I'm just going to move them out of the way. Get out of the way, books. Swimming in books, like Scrooge Book McDuck. Or something. Alright. Alright, come on, guy. I don't want to see you stacking books. Anyway, okay. Room is cleared to show you the next one. Alright. I got another McMurtry to add on to my Lonesome Dove. Yeah, this is part of the Lonesome Dove series. This is Comanche Moon. I'm missing 1 or 2 still, I think, or one of them. They're really nice shape. So I picked that up off it was like a random Whatnot seller. I haven't seen them before. I don't think they sell books often. And she was just running them off for $1. So I was like, okay, I'll pick that one up. I got this Ghostwalker, Forgotten Realms, Eric Scott DeBee, or I think it's got a little crease on the back, but I always pick up Forgotten Realms and Dragonlance when I can find them for cheap. Okay, so the next couple of these are pretty cool. I got them Facebook Marketplace, a Facebook science fiction and fantasy seller collector channel, or group, I should say. And he was advertising these, and the prices are fairly eBay-ish on a loan. So it's like, you know, that's fine. I like that. I don't mind paying people for books. I like paying stuff for the worth, but also on Whatnot, I could usually, if I'm patient enough and I have enough books to read, I can sit and wait and buy books for cheap. But he's like, well, if you buy them individually, they're this much each. If you buy them in a bundle, it'll be this much. And the bundle deal he did, it was very reasonable and very fair. So, okay, he's like, if you do the bundle, I'll pick these up. And there's some nice ones. So, A Year's Best Horror 7 that I did not have. DAW 346. So that's going to go on the shelf. Amazon's 1 and 2. I think I have 1. This one might be nicer than mine, so I'll have to see. I did not have Amazon 2, and that's actually a little bit of a chase DAW. Not one of the top tier chases, but it's pretty desirable and harder to find. I picked this up. I'm trying to remember where I got it from. but it's On the Beach by Neville Shute, but it's this cool Scholastic cover. And actually, these comp fairly well online. I have other On the Beach, an older one, but I don't know. Something about it. It's very simple, but appealing. A Liber double with Spinrad. This is a Dell double. A Destiny ×3 and Riding the Torch. I think I've had this book before. Nice green text. Oh yeah, I got this from that same guy on Facebook. A Limb, The Invincible. I have one already. I was hoping maybe this one would be nicer, but it's got too much of a lean, so I'm just going to sell this and try to recoup some of my cost on the books I will be keeping. And then a Solaris. So it's seen a little wear, but it's another one. So, and Indiana Jones Unicorn's Legacy. These Indiana Jones books fetch a little bit. It does have a big crease on the back, but I paid $1 for it from that same random Whatnot seller I was telling you about earlier. This one's funny, and I'm going to keep it because the cover's cool. Kronk. He's getting Kronk. Edmund Cooper. A. Bertram. Whoa, I caught it. A. Bertram Chandler. The Way Back. Doll 273. Going in my doll shelf. After all the doll hubbub, I was limiting myself on like 8 shelves for dolls. I've expanded it to like the 9th and 10th, so I may pick up a few more dolls. The Primal Urge by Aldous. One of the Aldises I did not have. All Day Air. Oh, I got this from my buddy Zig. All Day Air in Albion. And I told her, she does shows, and I was like, set that aside for me. And I told her to set this aside. And I realized I'd already picked up one. But actually looking at this one, I think it's nicer than the one I showed you. So I may be keeping hers and selling the other one I got. And then I got this from her. I haven't been looking for one of these for a little while. It's pretty sought after. Ice by Anna Kavan, or Anna Kavan, whatever, however you pronounce it. I'm sure someone will tell me if they watch it and know. But cool item to add to the shelves. The Crack in the Sky by Lupoff. I don't know if this is any good. I just thought the cover's intriguing. I've seen some other Lupoff books. Got that from Zig. The Master's Gambit, also from her. This is, again, another one that was missing from the Robotex I have. So I think I'm only missing 2 now. So I just need to go and find those so I can actually sell them. Get to some bigger books. Okay, so this was on my buddy Beardman's show. I think he was selling it, and I got outbid. And then when I was bidding for it, I looked it up on Amazon. It's like, well, how much is this? This is a new book. How much is this thing new? And it went on Whatnot for, I like, supporting my friends on there, but it ended up going for what it was costing new shipped from Amazon. So I just picked up a copy for myself. It's a horror book, and it's modern. I've heard Mike's book reviews talk about this one a bunch and rave about it, and other people are saying good things. So I was like, you know what? I'll pick it up and try it out. I hear he is very comparable to older Stephen King. Speaking of Stephen King, I got Blockade Billy. So local library was having a library sale. $1, I think, a hardcover, 50 cents paperback. And you could go early show on like a Thursday. And I was going to take a little bit off work to do it, but I ended up having some people from out of town coming in to visit the office and had some meetings with me. So I was like, crap, I can't go. So my wife went. She has kind of an eye for some things. She can look. But she picked up some pretty good ones, and that's one she found. So that one, I got this Duma Key. I don't remember where I got this. Maybe she picked this up. Yeah. From King. I picked this up, a Doomsday book from Connie Willis. Thick chunk. Another one for the Masterworks shelf. Robert Reed, Hormone Jungle. I don't remember. Oh, so I met my buddy Three Snakes. And I had, again, like Zig, I was like, hey, hold this aside for me, hold this aside. He lives local to me here in the Houston area. And he actually lives really close to where I work. So we met up at a restaurant and had some lunch and picked up some books. It was fun. Castles Made of Sand by Gwyneth Jones. I just found this on eBay. The only Jones I didn't have on the Masterworks for like $7. So I was like, okay. And it wasn't from one of those mass sellers, because you try to buy from like Thrift Books and World Books of USA or whatever they're called. They're usually in much worse condition, even though they may seem like a good deal, but much worse condition than advertised. So buyer beware. Shirley Crawlers. Again, another Shirley. Picked this up from Three Snakes locally. This is for my wife. She did not have a hardcover Martian Chronicles. This is also from Three Snakes. Very cool book club edition. So that'll actually go down in her. She has some shelves downstairs with mostly Bradberries and a few other things. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Did I think maybe my wife picked this up from the book show thing? I don't remember where I got that. Is that sad? Laidlaw. California. I've heard Laidlaw's good. I know he wrote for some games and such as well, I believe. But I picked that from Three Snakes, and then a Christopher Rowley pleasure model, heavy metal magazine publication, I believe. Also got from Three Snakes. Just looked really cool. Picked it up. I don't know if it'll be any good. Three Snakes will say it's shit probably because he thinks everything's a shit. And another book I got from Zig is Dark Forces. Yeah, there you go. That's the front. The front and the back look the same. I was like, So some good names on here. You can see, you can take a screenshot and look if you're curious. But I've heard this book has some good stories. Mostly horror, suspense, and supernatural horror. All right, there's a few more here. The Banners of Sand by Statham or whatever. 441 doll going on the shelf. Another hard case crime, Dominic Stansberry, The Confession. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these hard case crimes. Are they going to get their own shelf? Probably need to, right? So, Howard I didn't have. Swords Against Darkness. Kind of a collectible. A little more valuable. Moorcock, Lord of Spiders, Blade of Mars, 326. I already have a copy. I'll compare it with mine and see which one's nicer. The Lives and Times of Jerry Cornelius, a Futura, a publisher I hardly ever see books from. And it's one I did not have, so it goes on my Moorcock shelf. Patrick McGrath, The Grotesque, a novel of exquisite horror. For some reason, I just thought, well, you know what, I'll keep this. I typically don't collect that much horror, but that seems cool enough. And then, I happened to see this right after, sorry, I can't even think. I know I can see your face, and I remember you doing the video. And then Ira's also going to do this, but I happened to see it on a Whatnot show, and I was like, The Insect Warriors. And they said it's awful, but it reminds me like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something like that. I've always been fascinated by small people with big insects. It probably does suck, but it's kind of cool too, so I picked it up. And again, I apologize for I'll go walk out of this video and remember your YouTube name. And I subscribe to it and I watch almost all his videos. He has really hilarious intros. He's up in Dallas. But whenever you're like on camera, you like, I don't know, I forget things. And then I'm thinking like, oh, this YouTuber, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And then I can think of all the things he's not saying or wrong or incorrect. And then I go and I'm the same way. So yeah, Raven, I've gotten a few. So this is also movies, but I thought I had this in the US and not the UK, so I bid up, I'm sorry, Dance or Cat, whoever I was fighting on this one, because I thought I needed it for my collection. Turns out I have book 1 in US, the only one, and the other 4 I have UK, so I flip-flopped them, and I didn't have time to look them up in the show, or during the auction. The World's Robert Heinlein, I bought this one by mistake, but it's not a bad buy. I actually already have it, so I'll see which one's nicer. I clicked on the Whatnot, and it was like $2, so it's not like I'm not going to bother getting a refund or anything, so that was my mistake, not his. Lisa Goldstein, The Dream Years, picked this up for $1 or $2. Probably not going to keep it. This will go in my Gibson box, Difference Engine. I probably have 15 of these. Whenever that show comes out, maybe I'll try to sell them on eBay. The Wounded Planet by Elwood, or edited by Roger Elwood, Roger Elwood. It's got a Norton, a Lafferty, a Neville, a Silverberg, Paul Anderson. That's what's on the back. Short stories. And last handful of books to show you for this one. Glenn Cook, Shadow Games. I pick them up if they're cheap. One of my favorite series. I love it. Can't recommend it enough. Black Company book. Richard Calder, Cythera. Pretty sure I got this from Three Snakes. It's a UK copy as well. Cyberpunk, I believe. Pierre Bouillet, Garden on the Moon. This is the Planet of the Apes author, what I know him for. And I think he writes some historical military novels as well. This one I got from Igor. And so we have a thing on Whatnot where we try to get people to like say funny names. Like on The Simpsons, like the Bart pranks, on the phone and things like Lou Sassel and stuff like that. And so I said, hey, I want that Wind from a Burning Woman. And Igor thought he didn't realize he had it and thought I was trying to joke him. And then he found it. It's like, oh man, I thought you were joking me. So then I threw an actual joke on him after that, and he fell for it because now he trusted me again. And so it cost me $2 to play my joke, and I got this Wind from a Burning Woman. But I do like Greg Bear. So I'll probably keep it. So great story, dude. The Fontana Book of Great Ghost Stories. I picked this up from Igor. $5. It's worth a little more. I'm decided if I'm keeping it or not, or maybe I'll give it to my wife. And the last one is from that random Whatnot seller I just popped in. I got an Easy Rider for $1. Movie. I think it's a movie companion book. Or the screenplay. One of the two. I don't remember. But this is at like $10, $15 comps on eBay, so I'll probably sell it. Even though I like the movie. So that is the haul. Sorry if I talk too fast. I'm trying to get these haul videos down a little bit. They usually clock in at 30, 40 minutes, and this one probably did as well. So thanks everyone for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to buy any of these. I'll make some deals. These are past videos if I still have them. I'll cut you deals and we'll set something up. So see you on the next video.